everybody, and welcome back to another episode of ZAWA Survival. Remember to sit back, relax, and enjoy, and we'll get on with the video. So, let's go! So, you might already recognise that I sound slightly different, and that's because I've just upgraded my microphone, so I might sound a bit weird for the start until I figured out exactly the right settings to put it on. So, I might sound a bit weird this video, but hopefully it'll be good by the next one. But I still think it's a lot better than what it used to be. So, the main factors for this episode is probably going to be finishing off the last 3 exhibits up here. So, as you can probably tell, I've just laid out a couple more exhibits here. So, for this one, it's going to be the emperor penguins. For this one, it's going to be the other species of penguins in this mod pack. And then we've got the Walrus Enclosure area. So, I'm thinking the first one we're going to work on is this one. So, I guess we should probably just jump straight into a time lapse. So, let's go! So, with the enclosure now all done, I haven't put bars in like on the other ones. I've just put some nice glass windows with a trapdoor trim around the top, which I think looks really good. And I've put one bigger window up here as well. So, I've got 2 walruses, which I'm now going to put in. Thinking I'm going to put one on the beach, and I'm going to put one in the water. Just like that. And I think they look really good in this enclosure. I think I might get maybe 3 more just to fill it up a bit, and I think that'll look really good at the end. I'm actually thinking that we might want to start on one of the penguin exhibits out here. I'm thinking we might want to start on the smaller penguin exhibit since I don't actually have any emperor penguins at the moment. So I think that'll be good. And it's already starting to look really good on the map. You can see how the blue's just filling it all up. So I think that's good, and we can make a start on this enclosure. So I'm just going to harden the outline for it, dig it out, do a bit of terraforming, and I'll be back when that's done. So here we've got it all laid out. I've actually filled in all the gravel with some nice grass, which we can then turn into paths. And I've just hardened the outline of this enclosure and done some of the terraforming inside. So I'm just going to have a bit of a water basin in here with like some spiked and jagged rocks around the back, which I'm thinking is going to look really nice. So I guess we should probably just head straight into another time lapse. I've got all the blocks in my inventory, so let's go. So here is the finished exhibit, and I'm thinking it's looking really good with the water and the rocks. So I've got some exhibit glass, and I'm going to sort of do it in the style that we did the Walrus Enclosure, just the glass with the oak trapdoors on the top. I'm probably just going to stack these all up, and then I'm going to put the trapdoors on top like that. And that actually looks really good and gives like a nice viewport into the enclosure. So I'll be back when that's done. So that's the window all in, and now we can put the animals in. And the penguins that we're going to put in are some banded penguins. I'm probably going to get more so we can have, say, 10 or so penguins in here, which I think will look really good, but we've got 3 for now. And I think they look really good in there, but it'll look even better when we get more in. So I think this is this exhibit finished. Now, while we're here, I'm thinking we're going to do the thing that I really wanted to do from the start of making this orca exhibit. And that's to just have a bit of a viewing platform, come out and round, just so that visitors can come and look over and look down into the orca enclosure, which I think will look really good. So, we've already had quite a few time lapses this episode, so I'll probably just get on and do it off camera. And here's the decking area done. We've done it in the same design as the polar bear bridge over there, which I think looks really cool with the dark oak flooring and mangrove railings. Just matches in really well. It's a bit like the one down there over the savannah area, but just in different colours. So yeah, I think this is looking really good. So now we're on to the final exhibit of the Arctic zone. And this is going to be the Emperor Penguin exhibit, and we can have it built up all the way around the back with a small island in the middle. The only problem is, I've only got 2 Emperor Penguins which I managed to borrow off someone, and I need a lot more than 2. So down here in the breeding area that we made a while ago, I've actually got the 2 Emperor Penguins that I've got in here. And I've got some breeding things, and I've got some nice oysters and shrimp in the feeding barrel. So I'm probably going to get on and breed these up so we've got a decent amount of Emperor Penguins, and then we can make a start on the enclosure up there. So let me just get to breeding and taming these Emperor Penguins. So, after that successful breeding session, we managed to get 6 Emperor Penguins rather than only having 2. 4 of them are chicks. I think we'd probably get started on the last enclosure of the Arctic area. So, let's get on and jump into a time lapse of the Emperor Penguin exhibit. Let's go! So, after that great time lapse, we've managed to now complete the iceberg for the Emperor Penguins, which I think is looking great. And so, for this last Arctic exhibit, I kind of want to do something quite special. And that's to dig a tunnel going down where the cafe is going to be, and put a glass tube going through the water and into the iceberg. And then we're going to have some secret windows, which will sort of be covered by these powdered snow layers. And we'll put them all the way around so you can see the penguins from all angles, as well as through some glass windows on the sides, which I think will look really good. So I'll get on and build those tunnels, and then I'll be back when that's done. I've got the tunnel ready, and there's a staircase coming down with a tube going through here, and you can see the windows up there. And I'm now going to decorate it so you can actually get up there to have a look out the windows, because at the moment we're on the wrong level. It also doesn't look that bad from the outside with the glass inside it. You can just see through in some parts. But it won't be too bad once we've got some pillars and things and ice inside. So again, I'll just jump off and maybe... Nah, we won't go into a time lapse. We've had too many today already. So I'll just get this done. I've got some blocks which I think will look good in it, and I'll get on and do it. And here is the underground section of the Emperor Penguin exhibit finished. So I've put some nice oak and dark oak wood around the outside of the fences. That looks really nice. And then if we go inside, I've just made the walls out of some chiselled cobblestone and some snow. But if we head on into this area, it's sort of like a mini museum about the penguins. So we've got a hologram here, and we've also put some pictures of its predators, such as orchids, leopard seals, and humans. And we've put some information boards up about its habitat and what it looks like and things like that. But the main part is if we come up this ladder, there's the windows, and we can now see out. There's not a really wide range of vision, but if the penguin is right in front of you, then you'll definitely be able to see it. I think this penguin area on the inside finished, and I'm really happy with it. I really like the tunnel, and the museum area, and the viewing area, and I all think it looks really good. Before we start putting in the windows and the fences, we've first got to lay out where the cafe is going to go, since the window is going to be on the inside of the cafe. And just like that, we've got the layout for the cafe in. We now know where the wall of the cafe is going to be, and we can put in the windows here. And then we can put in the fences, and I think that'll look really good, and then we can get some people over to have a look at our exhibit. So, now that the windows are in and the fences are in, we can now put the emperor penguins in. So, there's one chick, there's an adult, there's another chick, and another one, and let's just put one up here. And I think that is looking really good. So, one of the last things that we've got to get done before we actually move on to doing the cafe is to put in some paths and some details, like some leaves and bushes and plants and things like that. So I'm going to put some paths in, joining all these things together and going around all the exhibits. And then I'll put some vegetation in. So, let's go! So, after that great time lapse, we put in all the vegetation, we've put some ground cover on, we've also put in some spruce trees and some fir trees that I think look absolutely amazing, as well as their corresponding leaves as well. Now, I think we should probably stop putting it off and get onto the cafe. Now, I'm thinking that for the cafe, we're going to use some supports made out of some fir wood, which I think looks really good for this style. And we're just going to sort of put some support pillars along the front side. So, to match the fir wood, I'm thinking I'm going to put in like a sort of rocky section on the front, just like this. And I think it looks really good with all the texture that's been added. Now, these are the doorways, and I've actually got a really good technique for making nice open glass doors. So if you just use some glass panes in this way, you can sort of make it look like an open glass door. Oh, didn't mean to place it there. But yeah, you can make it into sort of open glass door, which I think looks really good, and it's a really good technique that I've also used on the gift shop. Now, I think we should probably make a start and do the floor, the back wall, and the ceiling. And just like that, all the structural stuff is done. Now, I think the only thing left to do is the interior. So, I think we should probably get into a time lapse, but this one's going to be a bit more unique. So let's go! So, after that nice little time lapse, I'm thinking it's looking really good. And all we've got to do is stock it up with all these delicious things, which I think will look really good in it. Just got to fill up all these chests. So, I'll get on and stock it up. Now, we've got everything put in. As you can see, cakes, cookies, bread. We've also got some meat, different types of it, and some fish stuff, as well as some chicken. We've only got one piece. Well, it's bird meat, but never mind. But yeah, it's all stocked up. And I'm thinking, this is the cafe now done. Now, with the cafe done, and the 3 exhibits finished, I'm pretty sure that this Arctic area is now completed. Which is an amazing thing since I've been wanting to get this done, and I think it looks great. So, I think we're coming to the end of the episode now. I apologise for it being a slightly longer one. There are a couple of things that I want to get done, like put a play park in here, and also a viewing platform here, looking over the entire zoo, which I think will look good, but we won't do that in this episode. Again, I apologise for a slightly long episode, and I hope you've enjoyed it with all the building. Remember to put down in the comments what you think of it. Now, if you made it to the end of the video, and you enjoy the content, please remember to think about liking and subscribing. It always helps to know that people enjoy my videos and appreciate them. So if you could do that, it'd be amazing. But we've done a ton of stuff in this episode, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!